land of the Lord that the Lord struck down before the congregation of Israel is a land for livestock, and your servants have livestock. And they said, listen, if we found favor in your sight, let this land be given to your servants for a possession. Do not take us across the Jordan.
What if I told you a chapter about land and cattle reveals the cost of following Christ and the power of resurrection life? In Numbers 32, Reuben and Gad promise to go armed with Israel until they safely make it into the promised land. So too, Christ went before us into suffering and gave his life so that we could have the promised life of eternity.
It's not part of the promised land. Some of the nations came out against them. They battled them. They defeated them, conquered them. And now this land is essentially cleared of these other people groups. And so these two tribes are coming to Moses and they're saying, you know what, this is really good land. So we'd really like to stay here.
In Numbers 32, Moses tells them their sin will find them out if they fail to keep their word. So too, the Pharisees thoroughly tried to catch Christ in lies, but found none. In Numbers 32, Moses and the other tribes first feared that Gad and Reuben would not go to battle and would abandon the mission. So too, the Pharisees and many people wrongly accused Christ and John the Baptist, saying their works were not from God.
And they came near to him and said, we will build sheepfolds here for our livestock and cities for our little ones, but we will take up arms, ready to go before the people of Israel until we have brought them to their place. And our little ones shall live in the fortified cities because of the inhabitants of the land. We will not return to our homes until each of the people of Israel has gained his inheritance.
In Numbers 32, Gad and Reuben desired a land beyond the promised land. So too, Christ did not lay his life down to establish an earthly kingdom for physical Israel alone, but eternal life in heaven. In Numbers 32, Gad and Reuben established the land beyond the promised land to build cities for their little ones and sheepfolds for their sheep. So too, Christ calls his followers sheep and little ones, invites them to enter through the narrow gate to the Good Shepherd, and promises that in his Father's house are many mansions prepared for them.
Moses said to them, listen, if you'll do this, if you'll take up arms, go before the Lord for the war, and every armed man of you will pass over the Jordan before the Lord until he has driven out his enemies from before him, and the land is subdued before the Lord, then, after that, you shall return and be free of obligation to the Lord and to Israel, and this land shall be your possession before the Lord. In other words, Moses agrees.
In Numbers 32, they fulfill their promise and help lead Israel into victory before returning to their inheritance. So too, Christ completed his mission, was laid in the tomb, and rose again in victory. If this helped you see what was always there, so you don't miss our daily videos, please subscribe and share this message with someone today.